ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
22, 22. Check, 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 check.
Now Cook running right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score. That takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They're going to look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On the ground, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Max 22, Max 22. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, 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 hey.
Mayfield. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
Vikings nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 21-0 our score after one.
Lions 21, Vikings nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
22, Mike 22. Check.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's get it. Bandit. Mike 22.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Target.
Mayfield on play action. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Allen Robinson. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Lions 21, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball player.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man. Complete.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a throw here to his running back.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 4 at the Vikings 16-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
One more time with Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
It's the score, Lions 28, Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mayfield now. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 45, 45. Mike, 45. You better run. You better be afraid of me. 45, 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Butker's kick here is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Mayfield off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Mike 22, Mike 20.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
For the field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Lions 38, Vikings 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield. Take their
and Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 37.
First down, Detroit.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's brought down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Nice 22, nice 22. Let's go.
Mayfield to throw it. Drops this off with Nwangu.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And now another one thrown incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
52, Mike 52. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. You're not ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Swift. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up the 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Woods. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
52's the mic, boys. 52. So don't say nothing. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr., and he'll be out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Max 22, Max 22. Let's get the ball. That's what?
Mayfield keeps it himself, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Baker Mayfield, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.